of the Philippines Visayas chapter. And now to formally welcome all of us in this event, let me give you the most energetic president SCMAP ever had. The brilliant, smart, and visionary president, Captain Dr. Rodien Paca. Big round of applause.
What an adjective. Thank you, Gilbert. Ladies and gentlemen, our friends from shipping. I just like to say friends from shipping because there's so many of you. Span Asia, I see Yellow X, we have Fuji Trans. I don't want to miss anybody. So, friends from the port, global port, let's give them a warm applause from, they're from, not from Cebu, they're Tagbilaran, 11 ports around the country. And of course, the friends from the port, the biggest one we have here, Opaskor, thank you for coming. Friends of the ship, friends from the port, friends from the trucks company, like me, we're trucking company, thank you for coming. So we're talking about ships, ports, trucks, and warehouses. You are here, the warehouses. And this compose the name Supply Chain Management Association of the Philippines, the whole supply chain. And without the SCMAP Visayas Director, this event could not be done. I'd like to thank our SCMAP directors also for helping us making this first business summit in 2023. And this I would like to thank also our participants from different supply chain practitioners of the country. SCMAP started many years because we are a logistic company. We do a lot of seminars, online and actual. During pandemic, we did not stop. In fact, COVID did not stop our learning process. Because at that time, we have industry updates. Industry updates that made us connect to you through online. We have great speakers at that time. We have Sir Bobong Castillo Biglu, we have General Manager of CPA, and we have some the UX could identify this guy. This is your chairman, Sir Bob Gotham, one of our speakers. Because SCMAP linked the shipping, the ship here is in the blue line, and the ports of Pascor, and the global port, and the trucks and the warehouses. Without these links, our cargoes will not be moved. Of course, we have the COVID that actually disrupted our operations. And this, we have to engage many speakers at that time in Cebu ports, airport situations that made us aware of the different things. We move things from one port to destinations. And globally, SCMAP also engaged because we have port operations, we have logistical operations, and at that time, we invited the first international SCMAP Summit. We have very good speakers. We have the industrial engineer, the one who made the very big warehouse, the only robotic warehouse in Cebu. And this guy explained that to him. And we have from LF Logistics, that is now MAERSK, Mr. Ramil, who discussed warehousing. And we have a very good speaker about trucking and fuel impact in the name of Mr. Mark Anthony Nock of Prime Movers. And the chairman, the president of Chelsea Logistic Holdings, TransAsia, Phoenix Shipping, also came to discuss many things about warehousing practices, fuel impact, and the different effects in shipping and port operations. Today, I would like to introduce to you our 4 great speakers. They will be introduced one by one, and they will talk about human engagement. Human engagement in pre-pandemic, post. Thank you. just a 3-minute video about SCMAP Visayas.
Organization that we identify the problem first before we launch into any action planning. And as we say, we notice that post-pandemic, most employees are disengaged. So we have this experience that employee engagement survey result is lower significantly compared to previous year. And that is also compared against our historical result and our internal benchmarking across the organization. So it is important that before we launch any some improvement opportunity, the problem is clear to us. So this is the first phase, and after having the defined phase, we go into gathering of data to ensure that whatever we apply as an improvement will be relevant, and at the same time, we ensure that what we gather is a relevant information and reliable. So as an example for engagement, we also take the participation rate and identify if employee has participated, is it high or low, is there something that we need to do to find an intervention. We also compare our score against our internal benchmark with each other's company because we have 7 legal entities in the Philippines. And also, if a global benchmark is available, we will also use of this data. And employee respondents demographics, just to identify some commonalities as we move forward, and we will compare our improvements against this benchmark later after the interventions. After the measure phase, the third item is the analyze phase. So in analyze, this is where we interpret, examine, cross-validate the information that we gather, and draw some conclusion as to what is the root cause of the problem. So in measure, we usually identify how big the problem is. In the analyze phase, we identify what are the root causes of these problems. To have a sustainable solution to our problem, we make use of the 4 core management function and make intervention or improve this so that every interventions that we will provide, we ensure that we meet the performance requirement. So the improvements that we implemented in planning, the management function planning, relates to inclusion or and the frontliners can have a dialogue regularly. From that opportunity to connect, we capitalize the relationship building and at the same time build mutual trust among management and employees. Put in place or mechanics to ensure that we sustain the improvement. So after saying the methodology, let me walk you through now with the banner programs that we have in the organization. But of course, this is just a proof of concept and will not go through each and every projects that we had, but just so you see how we implement from the organization. This is a 24-karat gold coin, and the value of which depends on the year of service. So we see that employees are so happy and that they were recognized for their tenure in the organization. This was also conducted across the nation.
I am gold. I am gold. I am gold. I am gold. Delivering outstanding success to the people.
Driven by people who genuinely care. Thank you very much.
Session about lawyers, no? So in this room, I'd like to recognize another lawyer, no? Attorney Mimi Velasco. Ma'am, we're very happy and proud that you're here. General Manager of Pastor So if you have ship that about to dock, approach Attorney Mimi. She can help. So thank you all. Thank you, Attorney Mimi, for great.
But just before I do my task of introducing our speaker, let me just give you a short background of the organization. SCMAP, or Supply Chain Management Association of the Philippines, the Visayas chapter, is an offshoot of the national chapter in Manila. That chapter in Manila, what do you call it? You don't call it chapter, no? But the main organization was born almost 30 years ago, and it started as the Distribution Management Association of the Philippines. The post-pandemic economy. Please welcome Engineer Segismundo June Exaltacion.
Thank you very much, Founding President Bob Caballero. No? Good afternoon, everyone. I'm not so sure if, okay, can we project my slide? I hope I could finish within 30 minutes because I think the longest presentation should be only 10 or 15 minutes. No? But per invitation of incumbent President Rodien, I was surprised to be given 30 minutes. Can you imagine 30 minutes of talking? So I was tempted to make also about 39 slides. But I will try to make a fast forward in some other things. I hope that I could do justice by the invitation I have received. And I just would like to make a little correction on the previously mentioned information by President Rodien. I am not, so that more or less we can put everything in the proper context and perspective. Third is moving forward in the post-pandemic economy. I really had a hard time thinking what could be essential and most importantly relevant to all of us. Because the last talk that I had was about project management, and 2 years ago I was able to talk about how was shipping and shipbuilding in the pandemic economy. So I just would like to put a sort of continuation, maybe for all of us, talking about the post-pandemic economy. You know, Attorney Glenn, shared to all of us about employee engagement. That was pretty interesting. Maybe a part of it can also be shown here because I intend to prepare a sharing that could be encompassing practitioners, but ending on management. No management. So, Tsuneishi Technical Services Philippines was the first member of the Tsuneishi group to be established in the Philippines way back in 1992. We have about 600 technical workforce, and we used to hold our office in Cebu for the longest time, from 1992 to 2007, without us knowing that eventually we will be moved to Balamban. So can you imagine? So can you imagine my engineers working in Cebu City and forced to be relocated in the western side of Cebu, Balamban? You can internalize how interesting it is or otherwise, right? To be a city boy becoming a province boy. And so we had problems about employee engagement. And very straightforward, our vision is to become a globally preferred technical service provider in 2030. Our mission is basically to offer the value proposition of quality, cost, and delivery. Very typical Japanese, no? Quality QCD, quality, cost competitiveness, and on-time delivery. And we would like to be significant to the society that we are in and to delight our stakeholders, our employees, our stakeholders, our shareholders, by wealth creation and wealth distribution. Our values, T-Life, we believe that these are more than enough for us to be propelled and energized. T-Life, like Tsuneishi Life, TTSP Life, but it stands for teamwork, leadership, integrity, familial relationship, and excellence. We believe that these are far more than enough. The mother company in Japan, Tsuneishi Shipbuilding Company. We are also supporting the shipyard in China, and we are supporting the shipyard in Cebu, in Balamban. And since Balamban's production, Tsuneishi Heavy Industries Cebu has increased their production, we were forced to move to Balamban in 2007 because they started producing 3 ships per year, and then they could now produce around 24 to 25 ships per year. And so, we have to be nearer to our major customer. But apart from that, we are also offering to other non-captive markets. It could be a design center, or it could be another shipyard from Europe, the Americas, or from the Asia-Pacific region. So, aside from the ship design that we're doing, or any kind of engineering designs, we are doing also reverse engineering. Now, I really would like to mention this because there will be some changes in policies in the future when it comes to environment. And we have many aging fleets in the Philippines. And what if there will be rules that will be imposed that we have to have cleaner source of energy? So if buying a new ship would be very expensive, then maybe we can do what? Retrofitting. So we do reverse engineering, we can do laser scanning, we can convert the point cloud data into engineering data, and we can simulate prior to execution. So we can make things faster and easier and more efficient. So these are our pandemic economy. Allow me to refresh your memory. Declining GDP, declining seaborne trade, declining maritime trade. And disrupted global value chain. And the geopolitical crisis. The war in Ukraine, war in Ukraine was after the pandemic, but you know, the tension between US and China. So, the pain points that we had, just to review, and to remind all of us and refresh, the demand and supply sides of the labor market were really disrupted. Production flows, altered consumer behavior, di ba? A lot of consumers prefer from less contact to contactless. From less contact to contactless. And that's why it accelerated the adoption of digital technologies. But unfortunately, these were not made available to the marginalized sector of society. Sure, because you are here this afternoon, you have attended this session, your respective businesses are still okay. So you were able to survive. So after surviving, we need to thrive. That is why there were so-called business sustainability programs. Now, seeing beyond the obvious, I created a framework. In terms of business, we have to look into the 5 C's. The C at the center is our company, your company. In every crisis, we...
in inter-island cargo logistics. And we forge strong relationships with our talents, customers, suppliers, shareholders, and communities by building on the values of integrity and trust. For over 50 years, Span Asia has been guided by the values of its founders and central to its success. The values of integrity, excellence, innovation, and customer service. Span Asia provides its customers with 7 key services: port-to-port containerized cargo, door-to-door containerized cargo, break bulk and loose cargo handling, forwarding, less container load or LCL consolidation, rolling cargo shipments.
Tapos magkaganyan tayo.
Wait na ako sa picture. Hindi kita. I-guide nyo na lang.
Kailangan ko yung kailangan ko makita. Nasa global port, Miss Jen. Jen. So what kind of day? Sir Glenn.
Anong name? Erwin? Ayan?
Nasa company, sir.
Bowie?
Mark, wala kasi. Pwede ako.
Ikaw lang isa. So sa yung pagpapalitan.
Yes, sir. I'm handling visa services science.
Bidding lang kayo, sir, no? Sir, payment ano ba?
Six at kalungdan. Sasaban ni ay. Saban. Hindi ka
Nestle and Paz precedes my time in the company. I believe that it is a collaborative relationship, a one that is like a two-way street. We align our goals in a way that will benefit all parties. Our interests preserved. Embraces change, especially the ones that will make us better.
Over 3 million TEUs of cargo pass through Philippine ports every year. And a major part of this is serviced by Philippines Foundation. Nations leading domestic cargo carrier.
Okay. Larga. Uy, lakas. Oh, ano ko? Kap.
Guys, sa semis, bilang para matagaan sila og buwan na kibre arabar John Pops Leo si problema si Juan
I invite everybody to please take your seats. And later on, we'll have another icebreaker, okay? So thank you. Can I request everybody to please take their seats and be prepared for our next session. Palakpakan naman natin isa-isa. Ang galing yung lahat. That's the power of networking, right? It's also very good to know the other side of, you know, a little bit of personal life of the seatmate you've met today. And ayun. So again, nandito pa lang tayo sa first start. May I request 100% ano ba to? Parang positive energy. Sasabihin nyo lang, mabuhay. Pwede ba yun? Mabilis na yun, ha? Kailangan 100%. Okay. Again, welcome to the SCMAP Visayas Business Summit 2023. Mabuhay! Alright. Thank you very much. God bless. Go back to you, Sir Gilbert.
Party for everyone. Our president prepared for it. And yes, indeed, in SCMAP, we do networking and we do it at the start. All right. So now let's start of our event by having our invocation and Philippine National Anthem via the audiovisual presentation. So please kindly stand, everyone. Thank you.
Going to gathering of data to ensure that whatever we apply as an improvement will be relevant, and at the same time we ensure.
Founding President Bob Caballero. No? Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm not so sure if can we project of the exit of Hanjin. That's why, if you can remember, in 2010, the Philippines landed 4th largest. Because I believe the organization is as good as the people in it. I don't.
Development. We offer cement, ready-mix concrete, aggregates, and the world. And this is powered by multinational workforce focused on providing superior customer experience enabled by digital. Gifts is not allowed. It's not allowed. So I also made that clear to our partners. I think Capt. Paca knows.
Go! Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Go!
So why pag laban-laban, why dapig-dapig? Asawa to nako ha. That's why. Okay, this time my friend in Japan, he say 2-1. But I gonna say Japan this time. Durasan, you must sing not Japanese because they cannot understand. So you sing Bisaya or Tagalog, okay? Okay, here we go. Palakpakan natin.
Ako man pasini, namin natin sa tayo.
Pwede. Kabotage lo kasi Pilipinas, kaya co-loading lang. Di ba? Kabotage.
Di open it up na.
Di open it up, pero ang pangalan, co-loading. Co-loading, hay. Ito. Si Marivic.
Ano sa sud?
Ano sa sud? Oh. Sa mga Honda.
Yes, Honda.
Honda Isuzu. Abi na kog Isuzu trucks mo, ang Isuzu gyud ay na kanang sakyanan. Pero nasa mo trucks. Pero you're with Isuzu unsang
Economics, social, technological, legal, and environment. You are all in the supply chain. Some of you are in the logistics, shipping, and maybe in trucking, but all of this will affect our businesses because of the greenhouse gas emission. Time will come beyond 2025 and therefore compelling us to do better designs, better processes, better ship quality, and of course backed up by better people. So we have to think always of a better way to do things in our designs. Please share our pride as Cebuanos that the first dual fuel, LNG and the normal fuel, will be built in Japan, but the methanol dual fuel 82,000 metric tons Kamsarmax bulk carrier will be built here in Cebu in 2025. So we have already started, We have already started the design. Well, this is the pride of Cebuanos and perhaps the Philippines, because I think Tsuneishi is the lone remaining global shipbuilding company in the Philippines because of the exit of Hanjin. That's why, if you can remember, in 2010, as a show of facts and figures, the international maritime trade and global output. We know that in economics, the global and world GDP is basically goes along with the maritime trade, because 80 to 90% of the global trade is still seaborne. 80 to 90% of the global trade is still seaborne. So there is a promise or a hope for shipbuilding. However, in the Philippines, I hope that we will go to the higher level of our business process. We should not only be into ship repair. We should prepare into barging into the zone of shipbuilding. So my advocacy, if you can imagine the length of a vessel, the smallest that we have built is about 130 meters long. That's the smallest. That's 23,000 deadweight tons, bulk carrier. The biggest was, we call it Cape size. That's about 292 meters length. And what is the length of our domestic ROPAX? It's the biggest exporter, at the same time importer of the world, 62% importer because we have, we have unloaded, and 40% exporter because we have loaded for shipment. Now, let's go to the average age of ships. The youngest vessels around the world would be the bulk carriers, the big bulk carriers. And the oldest the general cargo. Average is 27. So that could be a good market for us. But depend on the size. Next would be the container, container ships. A lot of, still very young age, 13.7. But no amount or you change. So there is really a tension between policies. So as I've said, PESTLE factors will make or break businesses, and it will also affect us. So it's a matter of our intervention. So annual growth of commercial fleet, efficiency existing ship index, that is for the ship operators. And time will come that all shipping operators will be required for the record of carbon intensity index, how much carbon emission they are emitting to the atmosphere. And your vessel will be judged and will be decided to what particular category. Is it worth running or not? Paca knows that, no? Just to reduce the emission, you reduce speed, low steaming. So, does it affect the turnaround time of logistics? Yes. So these are the pros and cons, no? Increase in freight rates to cope with additional investments. Will you be affected? Yes, you will all be affected. Additional vessels to be phased in to keep the same interval of rotation and faster demolition of aging fleets. So, I am now in my closing slides, perhaps few more slides. The outlook 2023 and beyond. I tried processing all these facts and figures and data. We are in a VUCA world. Very volatile, very uncertain, very complex, and very ambiguous. Altered consumer spending behavior, factory output in manufacturing regions, impact on domestic and global trade. Shifts in consumption and shipping patterns with the rise of e-commerce will likely continue because they say once tasted, which is very convenient, we always want it. And the fuel source. Now, recently I just got it from WESP, World Economic Forecasting. Global growth projected to slow down from 3.1% in 2022 to 2.3% in 2023. But somehow, there is growth. Slow down lang. The global economy predicted to pick up some momentum, expanding by 2.5% in 2020. Now, we know the external VUCA is everything is volatile, right? Uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. Let's try to check all our respective organizations. Do we have a clear vision? Do we have a clear understanding on what our strategies are? Do we have clarity? Clarity of thought, bias for action, and the agility to make change. The agility to make change. So I put there the organization and also the individual. But more on an analytical aspect, that's why she made the DMAEV. And I think there is also DMAEV, right? So in terms of process improvement methodologies. But Kaizen is a no-brainer. It's only a common sense. Only asking compelling questions in everything we do. Is there a better way to do this? Plain and simple. I am a Filipino, but in my 35 years of experience, I am only working in a Japanese company. But monaji desu yo. Filipinos also, there are so many good things for Filipinos, but also many bad things. So, I created a Japino culture. Daytime Japino desu. Yoro janai. Daytime Japino. Japino culture is good for the partnership of Japanese and Filipino. Taking the best of both worlds. That's why in Japanese, I told them, not the nighttime Japino. Only the daytime Japino. But it's true. It's true. I mean, I have seen, because I'm a Filipino. I'm immersed in the Japanese way of doing things for 35 years. And so all of this, well, Kaizen can be applied, even the supply chain, right? But if we simplify all of this, it is a practice of drawing up compelling question. Is there a better way to do this? And so, going to shipbuilding, we are now thinking about how to leverage, but we have to interconnect everything. From augmented reality to advanced reality processes. Because data right now is the new gold. Data right now is the new gold. And mind you, I am very interested on this because it propels AI and machine learning. First is data. Can you imagine 10 or 15 years from now, there will be autonomous ships? Have you heard about autonomous ships? No man, no person. I will only be threatened by robots if the robots will have 2 C's. Dalawang C. If the robot will have conscience and compassion, I give up to the robot. Conscience and compassion will make us great human beings. So, let's not be treated. We have to reskill and upskill. But Horenso, you know, Horenso is a very common sense way of doing things. But many Filipinos, even myself before, you know, I'm guilty. And you know what is Horenso? 3 Japanese words. Hokuku, Renraku, and Sodan. Oh, what's Hokuku? It's a simple reporting. You report. You report. Instantaneous reporting. You report. What is Renraku? This is because of no Horenso. But very elementary, no? We will say, yeah. But we, you know, a lot of us are guilty. No information, no coordination. Now, if we do this, Horenso, do you know the byproduct of Horenso and will are very important? It's easy to say, to be adaptive, flexible, but you know, without skill and will, everything will be futile. I leave with the last slide from Charles Darwin. It is not the strongest of the species that would survive, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. So with that, I would like to end my presentation. Thank you for bearing with me. You cannot be refused. Just a joke, Mr. President. All right. What's the response, sir? Okay, actually, no, there is no far better answer than your question is to say yes, right? I am not forced, but maybe there is always a better way for us to create that kind of opportunity. Maybe it will be very meaningful for some of you or for those who are interested as an entity, Supply Chain Management Association of the Philippines, for us to look for an opportune time, like a launching ceremony wherein a ship is being launched on the slipway. That would be pretty interesting for you to witness, because the yard is actually and a lot of processes which are into heavy manufacturing. So witnessing a vessel that can really float, after launching ceremony, I think that will be very interesting. So the answer is yes. And we just need to have enough runway and we be informed, because the facility in Balamban is ISPS. It's an international.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you can join if you join SCMAP Visayas. For the next tour. I'd like to address this question to Attorney Glenn Tony Glenn, actually when you delivered your speech, your presentation a while ago, many at the back told me, the first question is that, are you hiring? Nag-hire ba kayo? They want to transfer already? Because the way MAERSK did the thing now, second, this is very serious. On the pie, what's your percentage of budget on human resource retention? The program that you are making, because actually CEMEX is trying to replicate the same. So, okay.
Yeah, actually I was seated next to the...
For sightseeing, for a tour, but I love the Philippines. My question, do you know these people? Have you met these people, yes or no? Have you met these people? Maybe it's in your family, right? Or why are you here in the Philippines in the first place? Why am I here in the Philippines? A lot of companies offer. You have family members who are type B? Yes. Belonging to the same family, but different personality types. Did you get what I'm saying here? Quality from the source. The question now is...
All right. So we'll proceed.
That brought her company to where it is right now. So last month, when the board was discussing about this summit and looking for speakers, our speaker is from Dapa, Surigao del Norte, Visayang Dako. So, I hope you don't mind. She'll be delivering her talk in English, Tagalog, and Bisaya. But not Japanese, I'm sorry. And she's a product of St. Paul University in Surigao. She pursued her Executive Master of Business Administration with majors in strategy, leadership, human resource management, and finance in the Southwestern. Will deliver a talk entitled Love-Driven Business. The president of 1028 Group of Companies, Ms. Farah de Tuya Vidal.
Sir Bob, thank you for that detailed introduction from Dapa, Surigao del Norte. I'm from Siargao, born and raised in Siargao. Okay, so again, may hapon, so Bisaya, good, no? Bisaya ko. May hapon is SCMAP Visayas, and Sir Bob for this opportunity, no, for inviting me for this afternoon. Okay na ba? Okay. I am always passionate to talk about this topic.
Procurement challenges, solutions, and systems that contributes to the success of the logistics industry. Let's welcome on stage Ms. Lalaine Empleo, Procurement Manager and Logistics Acquisition Corporation. Take it away, Ms. Lalaine.
Thank you, Sir Gilbert. Nagbata pa mo? Are you still awake? Who loves to be in procurement? Wala yung nag-raise silang hands. Well, it is very kind, no, of SCMAP to invite me to share my experiences in the field of warehousing, down to logistics, down to port operations, and now procurement. No? So we are a global building materials company, and we want to build a better future through sustainable products and solutions. CEMEX is committed to achieving carbon neutrality through relentless innovation and industry-leading research and development. We offer cement, ready-mix concrete, aggregates, and urbanization solutions in growing markets around the world, and this is powered by a multinational workforce focused on providing superior customer experience enabled by digital technologies. So having said that, you just can imagine the role of procurement supply chain in particular. Health and safety is over volume, and this means on the side of the procurement, the challenge is really partnering with people who share the same mindset that you have. So it's not an easy task looking for these people, looking for these suppliers who can grow with us and deliver what is needed. Partnerships that we have been, no? So the municipalities, city waste, industrial waste, and alternative raw materials, as I have mentioned earlier. And again, with this efficient waste management system, fuels are co-processed under strictly controlled conditions with no residue. So again, this will lessen our dependency on fossil fuels up to 3 tons, no? Hopefully, I think you know this already for the ones using our cement, our brand. We have this Virtua. This is a family of sustainable products and solutions that will benefit or transcend lower carbon emissions. No? So this comprehensive range of products has a significant environmental impact while balancing customers' expectations for high quality. So most of our cement volumes is already at 70% using this Virtua, sustainable product. So again, if you are familiar with Cebu Cordoba Link Express, CEMEX is proud that the cement used here is from CEMEX, no? Apo Cement. And of course, some of the buildings, Sheraton Mactan. Here, I think this is now where my task starts. Okay, so procurement challenges, solutions, and systems that contribute to Napo, and then we have the what is the typhoon audit, no? So those are storms, if I may use the word of Engineer Ruben, and how we react to it depends on the culture that we have. So I am proud to say that despite all of this, despite all of the disruptions, CEMEX management is there all the way supporting us. And I think these guys here, although I know you have some, I don't know, will agree with me. So I chose around 7 of the challenges that I felt were on top of my list. And number 1 is rising costs. And I don't need to explain this any further because we know with the weekly changes in the field, the truck did not arrive, and because we have some issues, then that will be a challenge. And as well as overstocking can tie up.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lane Pleo, for sharing with us your best practices on procurement in CEMEX Corporation. So let me now call the 2 speakers in the center stage, so that we will now start our panel discussion. In the meantime, we'll have 3 minutes break. Again, let us acknowledge our sponsors for today's event. Yung Henrix Corporation, distributor of Boeing Material Handling Corporation, the Philippine Pan-Asia Fast Cargo Logistics, Oriental Port and Allied Services Corporation. Yes, please acknowledge Abuetes Infra Capital. Anyone from Abuetes Infra Capital? We have Boeing Material Handling Corporation, Bulwark Transport Systems Inc., Cebu Metro Harbor, Cebu New Frontier Logistics and Transport Services Corporation, company called DGC, DP World.
Pearl! Ito, Pearl! Kamay dyan! La 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 la. Go! Alright! Pagkalalaki! Pagkagalang mga babae, lalo na pagkagalaw ay kumigilin. Kami lahat ay pinakapanaman, wala kami mga asawa at nobya, di pa rin nakalagi umapalya. Mahilig kami sa magaganda, support at pagiging bago. Ay naghihintay parang isayaw mo. Sumayaw sumunod sa ikat na kasabay ng mga bagong grupo ngayon. Sumayaw sumunod sa ikat na makisama, mag-enjoy ka ngayon. Sayaw mo, sumayaw sumunod sa ikat na kasabay ng mga bagong grupo ngayon. Sumayaw sumunod sa ikat na makisama, mag-enjoy ka. Pakadara!